Hey! The Cinematic Flashbacks welcomes you to the channel. Today I'm going to explain The Pale Blue Sky. In October 1830, alcoholic resigned analyst Augustus Landor is approached by the military to examine the hanging of trainee Leroy Fry at the U.S. Military Foundation at West Point, New York. Landor is a single man who lives alone since his little girl Mathilde ran off a couple of years beforehand. After Fry was hanged, his heart was eliminated from his body. In the funeral home, looking at the cadaver, Landor finds a little piece of a note grasped firmly in Fry's grasp. Additionally, marks on Fry's neck and fingers recommend that he didn't hang himself, however was killed. Landor subtly enrolls the assistance of Edgar Allan Poe, one more recruit at the Foundation, who has communicated an interest for the situation. Poe and Landor derive from the composition on the note piece that it was bringing Fry to a mystery meeting. After a cow and a sheep are tracked down nearby, butchered and with their souls eliminated, it is found that the homicide could be connected to dark wizardry customs. Another trainee, Ballinger, disappears and is subsequently found hanged, with his heart and his privates eliminated. A third recruit, Stoddard, who was a partner of the two casualties, then, at that point, vanishes, and it is assumed via Landor that this man had motivation to accept he was next in line to be killed. Landor and Poe start to associate the family with Dr. Daniel Marquis, who was first carried into the examination to play out the dissection on Fry. Specific doubt is put on his child Artemis and his girl Leah, who experiences arbitrary seizures. While visiting Dr. Marquis' home, Landor sees as an old official's uniform, a man mimicking an official had been engaged with the mutilation of Fry's body. Landor goes up against Dr. Marquis, who concedes that he had turned to dark sorcery to fix Leah of her seizures, and at first she seemed to move along. Poe is charmed by Leah and volunteers to do anything she desires. Notwithstanding, he is sedated and wakes to observe that Artemis and Leah are going to remove his heart. As per the custom to fix League, Landor figures out how to show up so as to protect Poe, yet the structure bursts into flames and Leah and Artemis pass on. Believing that the case is presently addressed, the tactical expresses gratitude toward Landor for his administration. Notwithstanding, subsequent to recuperating from his brush with death, Poe defies Landor with his acknowledgement that the penmanship on the note section found in Fry's grasp matches that of Landor. Stringing together all the data that he has accumulated, it becomes obvious that Landor was, truth be told, the enemy of the recruits. 2 years beforehand, Landor's girl Maddie was assaulted by Fry, Ballinger, and Stoddard in the wake of going to her most memorable ball. Damaged by the experience, she later committed suicide by leaping off a bluff. Landor didn't uncover this to anybody, yet imagined that she had taken off. Troubled, Landor set off to retaliate for his girl. He left the note for Fry, drawing him to a desolate spot prior to hanging him. Be that as it may, a watch ended up strolling by, so Landor had to leave the body there. Leah and Artemis later took the heart for their custom. In the wake of killing Ballinger, Landor ruined his cadaver to cause it to create the impression that the trainee had been killed by something similar maniac who had defiled Fry's body. Poe tells Landor he has 2 notes with penmanship tests that can interface Landor straightforwardly to the homicides, yet prior to leaving, Poe consumes them. Landor is subsequently seen remaining at the bluff where his little girl jumped to her demise. He lets her hair strip float away in the breeze, saying, "Rest, my affection."
Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing.